Welcome to training, guys. Today I'm going to talk about qualifying a customer. What does that mean? So qualifying a customer means asking questions in the right way to find out what a customer is actually looking for. Yolandi, why do we need to do this? Why can't we just say, hi, how can I help you? Or hi, what are you looking for? And then the customer says, I'm looking for hand painted white glass, or I'm looking for blue paint. And you take them straight there. Let's not lie, you all know this. This does happen with some customers, but definitely not even half of our customers actually tell us what they're looking for. You've got those far and few in between, like maybe a quarter of our customers, they come in store and like, hi, I'm looking for this. And then we go, yes, we have it. No, we don't. Boom, boom, done. So why is it that the other customers don't tell us what they want? Number one, they're either too scared because they're scared you're going to sell them 5 things instead of the one thing they're coming in for. Number 2, they're so irritated by every other salesperson they've just had in the mall. They don't want to be approached by anyone else. Number 3, they're too shy. So there's a lot of reasons that people are funny little creatures. We're either shy or we're insecure, and so the biggest problem with this in our store is that we have the store with so many products and little products and big products, and everyone's got their units and it's in certain aisles and whatever. But here you sit in a situation where a customer comes in our store, or maybe they've even been there before, and they go, oh, okay, this kind of looks like the area where what I'm looking for should be. And then they look and they don't see what they want because they've said, no thanks, I'm just browsing, I'm just looking. And then they look and then they leave. And they don't buy anything, and we've lost the sale. But actually what they were looking for was in another aisle, and we would have known that, and because we're in our stores every day and we know where our products are. So it's very important to get this combination right, the combination of greeting and qualifying and just getting people to open up to us and to let us actually help them find what they're looking for. So how are we gonna go about this? Qualifying customers usually starts out with asking a few basic questions. You need to keep your questions simple, you keep them short, and the most important thing is to keep them open-ended. So when it comes to sales, right, you've got your 4 basics. Like a customer comes in store, you greet them. Good morning, ma'am. Done. Leave them alone. Or good afternoon. Done. Leave them alone. Or welcome to store. Done. Leave them alone. Once they're in the aisle and you see they've migrated to somewhere where this area is of interest to them, they've started browsing, this is when you approach them to qualify them. So this is where you start asking the correct questions to find out what they're actually looking for. Then thirdly, after you've qualified and found out what they're looking for, you present. So the presenting is, so you're looking for item so-and-so, so here's option A, B, and C. This one's really cheap, but you know, it's a little bit smaller. This one's made really well, but it's more expensive. So present is where you get to present all the options to the customers. You go, here are all the products that I've gathered for you, or here are your options for the 18-year-old girl's birthday. And then number 4 is closing. So now you've presented all these things, but you know, you want to make the big sales. So now you're going to really push and go, but look at the quality of this. This will last them a lifetime. It also has this function and that, and so therefore, like, this is better value for money. I know it's a bit more expensive, but you're getting like 4 things in one versus this one cheap thing over here. And that's where your closing comes in play. Or even things like, you know, this is such a hot product, I don't even know how long we're still going to have it in store. Remember, this is handmade by a crafter local in SA, and you know, you'll be supporting a small business when you buy this product. All things like that it makes the product unique, it makes it special, and it makes the person go, man, if I go to Game to buy this, it's just coming from China and I'm not supporting some local. So let them feel proud for the fact they've supported a local crafter, they've supported a local company, and yeah, from that aspect, that's where your closing comes. You bring in the passion, you bring in the excitement, and you close the deal and get them to go and pay for this item. So those are that's your basic sales conversation, those 4 things: greet, qualify, present, and close. So let's talk about that qualifying a bit more when it comes to open questions versus closed questions. So open-ended questions are questions where you can't just answer yes or no. A closed-ended question is, are you okay? Yes or no. A person could say, yes, I'm okay, but blah, blah. But you've asked a question where they can just answer yes or no. So I've given 4 examples here for you guys. Number 1, You say good morning. Now this lady's browsing somewhere. You come over, you go, oh, are you looking for a gift? Now you could be totally wrong and they go, no. Done. Oh, sorry, what are you looking for? Now you've already irritated them because now you're not looking for a gift. They're not looking for a gift. You've presumed they are, or they go yes. And now you have to ask the next question. Whereas you could just say, are you looking for a gift or are you just looking to spoil yourself today? Now they can't just answer yes. Now they have to say, yes, I am looking for a gift for my daughter. Or, no, yeah, I'm just looking to spoil myself today. I'm actually looking for some home decor. But even if they only say, yes, I am looking for a gift, the fact that they've answered not just yes or no, and it's that hard, cold close, like no, and you're like, ooh, okay, I asked the wrong question. They've gone, no, I'm not looking for a gift. They have to answer a bit more because you've asked an open-ended question. So it just creates a bit more of a warm atmosphere. The second example I gave you is, are you working on a school project? That's a closed question. So my idea with this question was, this person, you've seen them going to the art supplies aisle, so now they're all around the arts and crafts section. So what would you ask someone when they're in the arts and crafts section? You would ask them, like, are you working on a school project when you see they're like of school age? Or if it's an older person, like, oh, are you painting a painting? Yes or no. You know, they could be buying it for their daughter or their niece or for themselves. But you could turn that around and say, oh, what kind of project are you working on right now? So when you use the word project, it can be a painting, it can be a school project, it can be repainting the dining room table with chalk paint. It's all a project. So when you say, what kind of project are you working on right now? Because they're standing with a ton of paint in their hand, or they've got a paintbrush, they can go, oh, you know, it's not me, my daughter's painting a project for school. Oh, okay, does she have a canvas as well? Does she have you remembered, because now you know she's doing a painting for school, so she needs paintbrushes, she needs canvas. Is she busy painting with oil paints or water-based? Okay, water-based. Does she have a paint palette? Did you remember? So there's all these things you can add onto it, because sometimes someone comes in because the daughter says, Mommy, I need to paint a picture for school. And Mommy doesn't paint a lot, so Mommy goes, I need paint and a paintbrush. And she doesn't think of like that paint well where her kid can now put things in. So now when Mommy gets home with the paint and the paintbrush, daughter goes and gets all Mommy's Tupperware lids and puts them all over, because now she has to separate all of her paint. So, and that's a really cheap thing to buy. It's not an expensive thing to buy, and it's something that you can easily add and go, oh, have you thought of this to add to it? So that's where these open-ended questions are so wonderful, because you can just pick up on what the customer's really, really looking for, and then go, okay, so that, and have you thought about adding this to it, because that really complements it. Number 3, a closed question. Can I help you? Yes, no. They might say no, thank you, but that's the most you're going to get out of them. And then, or you could say to them, hi, what brings you in store today? So what brings you in store today? They can't answer, no, I'm just looking, sorry, I'm just browsing. What brings you in store today? I'm looking for a gift. I'm looking, oh, I thought I'd come and see what your store is all about. Oh, I just want you to know that, 80% of our crafters in store like hand make their products. Some crafters do bring some stuff in, but a lot of the stuff is homemade, handmade. Let me know if there's something specific you're interested in. Is it natural products? Is it jewelry? We really have a range from one side to the other, whatever. At the end of the day, that question, by saying what brings you in store today, they actually have to answer something. They can't just go yes or no. Number 4 that I gave you, do you have a budget for this gift? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Thank you. Now I've got to ask them what their budget is, and I'm making them feel bad about their money, because now I've come in store, I only have 100 Rand to spend. Now I'm going to look like a cheapskate when I go, yes, I don't want anything over 100 Rand. And the point is, do we want a sale? Yes. Whether it's 100 Rand or 200 Rand or 10 Rand, we want a sale. So an open way to ask that is, do you have a specific budget you'd like me to stay in, or can we just go wild? And if you use something like, can we just go wild, and you like have a smile or whatever, they can be like, no, don't just go wild. It's January, money's tight. And it's for my 4th cousin, twice removed from my uncle's 5th marriage. And yeah, it's like it just needs to be a really small gift, but I want it to look good, but it mustn't be over $50, you know, something like that. Or maybe some people will be like, yeah, it's my 5th year wedding anniversary, let's go wild, you know. So things like this it's quite important to ask questions in an open way, and because then you can have fun with it as well, and you can really figure out what that customer is looking for. And let's not lie, some customers are just browsing, guys. I do sometimes go in the store because I'm wasting time and I'm just browsing. But a lot of the times customers are just using that line just to get rid of you. And so if someone asked me like, hey, what brings you to the store today? And I was really just browsing, I'd be like, you know, I'm just killing time because I'm waiting for my wife who's shopping in Dis-Chem and I can't handle the queues there. So I'm looking at your store. I've never been here before. Oh, that's awesome, you know. Well, really enjoy it and know that a lot of our crafters make their own products. And so it's quite exciting when you come in here. We really have something for everyone. But enjoy it and let me know if you have any questions about something. And then you've left me with a really good feeling. You haven't pushed too hard on me. I know something else about your store, like people hand make stuff here. And yeah, it's a relationship building where I feel like, oh, next time I come in, I will actually ask them, hey, I'm looking for a gift for my dad or whatever. So what I'd like you guys to do is come up with 3 questions as a team of your own that are open questions. So 3 open questions, not closed ones. I don't want a yes or no answer. 3 open questions that you guys think you could use on customers when they come in store. Once you guys have done that, I've got a little bit of an exercise for you guys, and it's called What is in my pocket? So as a team, you're all going to go and pick something off a shelf that can fit in your pocket. So I'm going to grab something here now, and it's going to be in my hand because you can't see my pocket. And so let's say this is team number 1. So stand in a circle, and whoever's on your left, the person on the right, but just go one person at a time, right? So that you can all listen to how they ask a question. So I'm going to ask the person on my left, for instance, okay, I'm not going to say something like, is it a gift? Yes. You only get 10 questions. So if you're going to ask yes, no questions, you're never going to get to the answer of what's in there. So I will ask something like, is the item in your pocket useful or decorative? It's useful. Okay. Can it be used to cook with? Stupid thing because and that's a yes, no, sorry, anyway. So can it be used to cook with? No, yes, close-ended question, terrible example. And this is fun. This is how you guys will probably go. You'll ask something and go, no, that's not the question I want to ask. And because you've really got to think on the spot. So is it useful or decorative? It's useful. Would a child use it or would an adult use it? An adult would use it. Okay, perfect. So now I also know the size because it fits in a pocket. And as I ask the next questions, you know, I can say, is it hard or soft? Or, you know, hard or soft, also that also only gives you hard or soft. Like, try and open your mind up in seeing that, is it something someone would buy as a gift for someone? Or, you know, is it useful in how many ways? Or, you know, like, you guys get what I'm saying. You just got to come up with those questions as you go. Sorry, I just picked up a random thing on my desk, and that's why I actually didn't come up with many questions for it. I am presuming it's maybe a keyring, so maybe I could have gone with useful. It's useful for people to hold things or whatever. Anyway, I only have pens and things like that here in my computer, so nothing much to go with there. But I want you guys to have 10 questions that you guys can ask. If I don't get the answer, so I've asked the person next to me, I've had my 10 questions, I didn't get the answer, leave it. Keep the item in your pocket and then let that person go. And then let the next person go. Even if you all don't get it in the first round, then come back to that person and keep going. Like, go again, because as you guys ask questions, something else will come into your mind about this item now that this person has in their pocket. Like, does it come from our curio section? Is it something that you would send overseas? Is it, I don't know, you know, just think about, is it something you would give to someone as a gift? Or is it specifically useful in some way or another? So these are the kind of things that you need to ask. Go around, help each other even, you know, don't be too close when you're answering. Like, think of a customer like you're the customer, that you know what this is, and this is actually in your mind, and you know what you're buying. So when someone says, oh, you know, is the gift that you're looking for, do you want it to be useful or decorative? Oh, you know, he's a very practical guy, and I really want it to be useful, so I'd like something that he can really use. And then I'd be like, oh, bright tongs, you know, because now I know he's a guy, I know he's a handy guy, he likes to do things. So yeah, I would go with bright tongs, I would go with the poiky holders, whatever. You're not going to buy him the sword that sits on a shelf, because that's decorative, it's not useful. And so that's what I'm kind of trying to say. Whoever's also got the item, think about how you as a customer would be answering. Don't just go, yes, it's decorative, or, you know, it's like, you know, give that little bit more information as a customer would, and try and have those customer staff member experiences, conversations where you're qualifying and opening up and having these, practice these open-ended questions. And it's okay if you make mistakes. It's okay if you say blah, 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 and then you go, like I just did now, where I was like, that's a closed-ended question, Yelani. And then you get a bit stuck, and just take your time. Just breathe and be like, okay, let me think about this. Let me think about how I can ask this differently. And yeah, and take your time and help each other. If you see someone's really stuck and they're struggling to think of their third question or their fourth question, but you've thought of a question because you think you might know what, be like, can I help you with the question? How about trying this? Or this is what we're there for. We're there to help each other. Let's see how many people can guess the little item. And yeah, don't make it too easy. Don't make it too difficult, because it really is just, it's to help us learn to have these open-ended questions in our mind straight away. You can see it doesn't even come naturally to me. So the more we practice it, the better we're going to get at it. So 10 questions each, go around the circle, and yeah, have some fun with it, guys. And so good luck with your training today. Enjoy it. Let me know how it goes for you guys. And yeah, good luck with your sales for this week. Happy Thursday.